Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're reviewing a Ram 1500 Built to Serve edition. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larch Miller Dodge Ram here in Sandy, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 5.7 liter V8 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 18 around town and then 22 on the highway, with power outputs being 395 horsepower and then 410 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see this one's finished in billet silver, which I think is a really cool color. We've got the 1500 Hemi e-torque badge that's been blacked out. And then notice how the headlight bezel has also been blacked out, and then you got the darker coloration with the grille on the Ram logo included. Parking sensors here at the bottom. We also have fog lights as well as tow hooks. And putting it all together, I really like the look of this Built to Serve package. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 275, 55, 20 in the front and over in the rear. You can see with the wheels, you've got kind of like a satin finish on them. And yes, we do have all-terrain tires. It's a real off-road package. And then you guys can see we've got the big chunky painted fender flares, got the Ram logo here with the fixed side steps. And notice the mirrors and the door handles are also darker in coloration. And then here is your full side view with this Built to Serve package. And you guys can see there, we've got the Built to Serve logo on the back of the bed. Now taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function, remote start. We got the Ram logo there on the back as well. And popping into the bed, you guys can see this one has spray-in liner. This is not a factory option. This is a dealer installed accessory for those of you wondering. We do have a cargo light there at the top, but not much else happening in the bed. So when you're all done, you just plop that up. Notice all the badges here on the back have been blacked out. You can see with the taillight in the center too. Blacked out exhaust tips there at the bottom and parking sensors. And putting it all together, the Built to Serve package just has such a cool look. Now taking a look at the door panel here, you guys can see soft touch where you can rest your arm, and then I like this trim that goes across. I think that looks pretty cool. And then tons of storage in the door panel. And then this Built to Serve package gets the seats from the Rebel, which I really like with the cloth inserts. Storage underneath, and then we do have ice buckets as well. Legroom here in the back is really good. We also have a storage pocket. Got little holders below that. I like this trim that goes across. Got some vents here, USBs as well, and then headroom. It's good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see soft touch here at the top, and then also down below with the trim pieces. All of our window controls front to are automatic. Got your mirror adjustments as well. And then we do have a little convex mirror in the mirror itself. And payload capacity is 1,536 pounds. Really cool looking seat. You can see Built to Serve again, and then look at the insert there with all of the stitching. Power adjustments here on the side, and then you get your pedal adjustment here with your parking brake, light control with the fog light, and then the cargo light, and then the steering wheel is manually adjustable. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you can see soft touch all around. We also have our gear limiter here with our cruise control, radio controls on the back, controls for the center stack, voice command phone controls as well, and then you have your turn signal windshield wiper stock. Now taking a look at the gauge clutch, you guys can see analog gauges on either side, and then you do have that screen there in the center which we can use to scroll through and see different bits of info on the vehicle itself. And then in reverse, we've got the backup camera there. You also have the zoom function, which is a nice feature. Trajectory lines, and you can make it so they turn with the steering wheel if you want. And then we've got analog controls on either side of the screen, which here I'll turn off so you can see a little bit better. For the climate system, radio controls, parking sensors here at the bottom with their tow haul mode and stability control, trailer brake controls as well. And then if we turn the screen back on, you can see you've got your heated seat controls, heated steering wheel control built in. And overall response time with the 12-inch display is pretty good. It does take a second for some of the pages to load up though. I like this trim at the top, and you got the 12 volt there. Alpine sound system with this one. And then our transmission selector in dial form, and then you got your driveline select. This does have the 4-wheel auto as well as the 4-wheel high and low. Axle lock, auto stop start, and then you have your charging area right here. And if we move this back, you can see the phone holders and then a full outlet. And yeah, this does slide, which is a cool feature. And the nice trim with the center console. Good storage space. Oh, this has a lockbox too. It's nice. Speaking of storage, Built to Serve there on the glove box. But yeah, pretty good there. And then it does have a power sliding rear window. Now I couldn't find the window sticker, but the MSRP on this is right around that like 63,000 range roughly. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood, both the mirrors, throughout the rest of the rear. And, well, let's drive the Built to Serve package. I originally thought this was just gonna be like a limited series, but these trucks have been so popular that it looks like that's part of the reason why Ram has kept them around. And if you're wondering, you know, the popularity, I mean, just look at the packaging, right? You get a cool interior, cool exterior, and it's at a more reasonable price point compared to other Rams like the Rebel that give you a similar experience. This is, I mean, a good way to look at this is basically a Rebel, but it's less expensive than a Rebel. Obviously it doesn't have the 33s and yada yada yada, but it's close. It's close. So first off, ride quality, it's comfortable. The Rams have independent front suspension, a solid rear axle, but they do have a multi-link setup in the back end, so it does kind of smooth things out with the damping. So it leads to a comfortable ride overall. Steering is light, and it handles well for being such a big pickup truck. It just drives well. And it's also, it's pretty quiet overall. Do get some sounds from the Hemi though, which is nice. So I think that's a plus. Yeah, just listen to that. Gotta love the Hemi. V8 power. I think it's always a nice sound. Some other items with this truck. It's comfortable. Like the seats are comfortable too. It's a good experience. Yeah, gotta love the V8. It's got so much power, and it sounds great as well. So, I guess that'll get me into summing things up here with this Built to Serve package. So I like how it looks. I think the packaging's great, comfortable. Yeah, it's just a solid value in the Ram lineup, and they don't build a ton of these. I think that's what kind of also makes this feel so exciting and makes the value proposition so strong. Is it's like it's a really good value, but limited numbers, right? Limited quantity. So it's like, get it now. So I think that kind of adds to the value. It's not like, you know, they're building a value package and they're building 50 million of them, right? They only build so many of these Built to Serve editions. So let me know your thoughts on the Built to Serve, but I still think this is probably the Ram 1500 sweet spot. And you know what they should do? They should do Built to Serve on the HD trucks too. I think that could be pretty popular in an HD truck. Let me know your thoughts on that.